5 minutes presented by Parts Galore, kicking off this edition.
Oh, look at that. I
right.
can't believe you came back. I would have just stayed.
Aruba from the honeymoon.
I would have just stayed.
Nice picture, Brad.
On the beach. Glorious. It was wonderful. But here I am back with these guys. Whee!
Yeah, I don't blame you.
No, hey, it's great.
I'm not mad at you.
Dave Birkett from the Lions beat job on the Detroit Free Press. Not with the Lions. You covered the Lions. I got that right. And Matt Dery from 105.1. I am Brad Galli here. Let's get to the fast 5 minutes. We'll start the clock with Brandon Flowers signing with the San Diego Chargers, a cornerback. A lot of fans out there wanted to see them sign. Dave, if he was plan A, what's plan B?
Well, I don't know that he was plan A. The Lions had some interest. They kicked the tires. They made a few phone calls, but he's not an exact fit for the system. If he would have come to Detroit, he would have been a nickel corner, so he wasn't going to solve all of their issues that they have at the cornerback position. Plan B, frankly, is going with what they have. I mean, I know people are a little upset about losing Chris Houston. What do you do for depth there? But really, you're going to go with Darius Slay. They're going to go with Rasheem Mathis. They're going to be their starters, and the nickel job is going to be open competition between Bill Bentley and Nevin Lawson. That's not going to scare a whole lot of teams, but that's who they're going with right now. There's not a whole lot of options out there unless you like Terrell Thomas, a guy who's coming off some knee injuries himself.
I'm not scared.
No, and look, I think Lion fans should be a little bit disappointed. I mean, I understand getting Ebron at 10, and he's a very, very good player, and heck, he even wants to be Rookie of the Year. But losing Chris Houston and saying Rasheem Mathis, and Dave's right, that's the choice, and he's a solid guy, and he and I talked about it on my radio show a couple weeks ago. It's not good enough yet, and especially in this division when you've got a guard, Cordero Patterson and Alshon Jeffrey and Brandon Marshall. I'm still skeptical. I'm hoping that Lawson, Jonte Green, somebody steps up, takes the bull by the horns. Those are all Mayhew draft picks. All of them.
Free agency, a big part of the Lions' offseason, but not exactly fitting into what fans wanted to see. Now the main event and point number 2 here kicks off for NBA fans. The fatigue is already hitting me. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh opting out. Matt, you love yourself some hoops. Dave, you do too.
What about Jason Kidd?
Jason Kidd, that whole story is nuts.
He's about to fly into Milwaukee and run the place.
What are the biggest storylines? What do you predict happens here?
With the Pistons?
No, everybody. NBA free agency.
I think LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade are going to stay in Miami. I don't think Carmelo Anthony is going to go there, though. But I do think that all those guys opting out means LeBron's still going to get the max. He'll get 5 at 130. But I think Bosh and Wade are going to take considerably less than what they were owed next year. I see Carmelo going back to New York or maybe even going to Chicago. Pistons names to watch for, a guy like Sean Livingston maybe. A big point guard that Stan Van Gundy said they could look at. Didn't name him specifically, but I see Livingston as being sort of a fit there. Maybe Anthony Morrow, a shooter.
Livingston's an interesting one. I mean, they just drafted a big point guard. You know, a guy like, I don't know if it's going to happen, Avery Bradley. He's a restricted free agent. He's a great defensive player. I think he could add a little something to them, a little undersized, but, you know, I guess you get what you pay for. But as for the Miami Heat, Deez is right. All those guys are going back to Miami. They're going to go for another championship next year, another finals appearance at the very least. Carmelo Anthony in Chicago, he thinks staying in the East is the best chance for him to win.
The Heat have one player under contract for next season. One player.
Norris Cole, right?
That's it.
They got LeBron as draft choice, though, too. So
they did?
LeBron's going
yeah,
back there.
that's Shabazz Napier. That's a great call.
I joked that I'm exhausted, but it'll be fun to see how it plays out. Well, yesterday, before the World Cup game that went to penalties, I'm sitting there watching Wimbledon, even though you think tennis is dead. And let me spell it out. It is, to be fair, but I do enjoy Wimbledon. Serena Williams loses in the 3rd round to Aliza Corney, and this is her quote. Quote, "Everyone plays their best against me, but the next time out, it won't be the same story." From her, she said it's tough to be in her shoes. Dave, is that salty or right on point?
Yeah, she's a champ. She's supposed to be a little bit bitter about losing, and she's supposed to feel that way. I mean, I don't know if that's the case or not. She is getting a little up there in age, and this wasn't the first time that this happened. So, right? So she's not going to stay on top of her game forever, but I think it's okay for her to feel that way at the very least. Look, she's a really competitive tennis player. She's a really good tennis player. Has second most Grand Slam titles in the history among women. So she's going to get a couple more of those. And she's right. Before long, she's going to get back on the winning track here.
Breakfast at Wimbledon, Matt? I brought my carafe.
Here, you want to know something? Serena Williams not winning at Wimbledon means that more people, whoever wins the women's title at Wimbledon, more people will know this guy, Daniel Bryan from the freaking WWE than Serena Williams. That's what's sad is that tennis needs her and needs her sister. They are women's tennis. And for Serena to say that, I guess she is sort of right. I mean, everybody's up on their A game to try to beat her. What are the rivalries now? I guess men's tennis isn't bad. But, man, some of these sports like golf and tennis, down right now, big time.
She was the #1 seed, right?
She was the #1 seed. She has not advanced past the 4th round in any Grand Slam this
Daniel
year.
Bryan. That was for Mike Foss.
Mike Foss
He's a big wrestling guy.
All right, well, hey, this one's for everyone out there. Clint Dempsey. The only one who's got a bigger head than this guy. Give me a little help here. There you go. There we go. Woo! World Cup, USA, big story. How far are they going to go, Dave?
He's got big ears right now, too.
Big ears.
Man, in this one.
Hey, I'm handsome. I score a lot of goals.
I said it last week. Look, I'm patriotic. Team USA is losing in this knockout game here Tuesday. They are. I mean, waving them behind. Look, I like the story. Josie Altidore, hopefully he comes back. He's not going to be able to play a full game if he does because of that hamstring injury. He's a really good player. But they just don't have enough firepower to win and to advance in the knockout stage. This is where the big boys come to play. This is where Brazil, Germany, those teams really show up. The USA loses on Tuesday, sorry to say.
Yeah, I agree with Dave.
Even in your soccer uniform?
I know, and I'm all into it, but I don't. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and I'm glad that they got into this stage, but Belgium's just better. Not that I consider, like Dave, and break it down, but they probably should have lost 4-0 to Germany the other day, but with the weather and with the fact that Germany wanted to hold back a little bit, Germany had the ball for 67% of the game. USA's been a great run, and I think it's good that the sport is getting some notoriety and some pub, and people are all banding together to watch it. But I don't see them beating Belgium on Tuesday.
Belgian beer or Belgian soccer?
Belgian waffles. What about waffles? My man. I like that with some chocolate chips and whipped cream on them. That's my go.
All right.
Topic 5 is a surprise that apparently I'm not aware of.
All right, Mike Foss and the fellas back in the control room. A very important summer grilling tip.
Oh, man.
Check this thing. Is that outfit, especially those colored shorts, appropriate for a man's grill?
Oh, man.
Why don't we start with Brad? You started off.
Absolutely. I think that guy, Emeril Lagasse,
What are those
called
shorts?
that man right there the greatest chef of his generation, the greatest cook. Those were his words, not mine.
I'm talking about the color of the shorts.
Fantastic. A nice coral on a nice summer evening.
Coral.
Coral, yeah.
Are you supposed to be like a wife beater and some jean shorts?
Easy, Brad Ausmus.
I got the answer here. No, those shorts are never acceptable when you're grilling out on the patio in the summer.
See, Dave Birkett with the last
You
word.
must have ticket to my pickup basketball league. Not with that kind of attitude.
Do you wear those shorts when you're on the court?
You won't know because you won't
yeah.
be there.
Oh, man. I love that you're out there and you're right back in the swing of things, but I saw that colored shorts on the internet.
I will say, I almost wore a shirt with some pink striping today.
Love it. See?
I offered it up to my daughter for her approval, and she said no. So that's why I went with the black.
That was the first barbecue at our new house. Family over for the first big grill after we got married.
You don't want to wear some like black mesh shorts, like some Lions practice shorts or something. You went with the coral.
Classy, all right? The wife likes pink. Did it for you, Claire.
Wow.
Life, happy life.
Oh,
I can't argue with that.
Coming back, we're talking about wings. July 1st is the time of year where we always talk about them getting big free agents. Dan Boyle is the biggest name we're talking about. Maybe. Find out after the break.